Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're doing a slightly different format, because this game is a storybook. So I thought we'd do some kind of, it's gonna tell you a story. That would be nice. So hi. Yeah. You can see my reaction. I thought it might make it a bit more authentic. Also, I've tried to make it look moody. Is the lighting good? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I know nothing about this, apart from the fact it's Warhammer 40K. So, probably spares my reins. And also there's a button down here that goes fuck on and makes something go red. Yeah. As much as I know. Should be good. It was on sale recently. It was in the Skulls for the Skull Throne thing. And it was like 60p or something. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. It should be fun. So, so who is the Legacy of Dorn, I wonder? So, you are Brother Nabor, a Space Marine of the Imperial Fists chapter. Space Marines are the ultimate human fighting machines, genetically modified superhuman warriors, standing over 7 feet tall and absolutely lethal due to the decades of combat training. They were created by the immortal Emperor of mankind, and first to reconquer the galaxy in his name, and continue to defend the human race from the predations of all manner of enemies, heretics, traitors, aliens, demons, and even their own corrupted brethren. The Imperial Fists are one of the most loyal chapters in the Imperium, second only to the Ultramarines in their adherence to the Codex Astartes, the genetic inheritors of the post-human Primarch Herald Dorn. I'm assuming that's the Dawn that they were talking about in the title. So, the genetic inheritors of the post-human Primarch Herald Dorn, whose very blood runs in their veins, the Imperial Fists are known for their exceptional skills when it comes to siege warfare. It was they who manned the walls of the Imperial Palace during the defense of Terra, which is Earth. Probably. At the climax of the Horus Heresy, it was their contribution to the great battle that ultimately helped bring the heresy to an end, and it is they who have defended Holy Terra ever since. Throughout the adventure to come, you will be forced to battle the enemies of mankind in all their myriad forms. When this occurs, you must fight them using the Cogitators. Pugna Simulaire? Sounds about right. Gonna go with that. You will also come across weapons and other useful items that may help you progress. Also, there are the difficult moral decisions that you will be forced to make, which could well have a direct impact on how events play out later. Isn't that fun? Main menu and options. No, none of those. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, a combat tutorial. Yeah. So it's not just story, there's also fighting, apparently. But as far as I'm aware, it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but I guess with some combat. I guess, because there's a combat tutorial. So, I know as much as you do at this point. Or less. You may have played this. Don't know. Anyway, before you begin, it is recommended that you familiarise yourself with the Pugna Simulaire. This will prepare you for all battle conditions. Alright. Here's the demo. So there's weapon skill. This is a measure of how well you can hit a target, probability of you making a successful hit. Strength. This increases damage dealt with close combat weapons and also increases the probability of you hitting the target. Note, ranged weapons have their own strength rating. Okay. Toughness. This decreases the probability of being damaged by an enemy's attack. Armor. This decreases the probability of taking crit damage from an attack. Crit attacks deal up to twice the damage of a normal attack. An enemy without armor always takes crit damage. Oh, okay. That's quite cool. Wounds. This is your measure of life energy. If this value reaches 0, you are dead. Actions. This is how many attacks or actions you can perform in a single round of combat. Honor. This is a measure of how successful you are in combat. Glances, hits, and crits all accrue honor. When your honor reaches the maximum level, you're able to launch a devastating attack. Please select fight. Ooh. Hello there. During combat, you can perform a number of different actions. Ooh. Fire your Storm Bolter. Ooh, yeah, I'd like to do that. That sounds great. At range, or strike with your Chain Sword. When locked in close combat, pressing attack uses one action. Focus. This increases the chance of your next attack hitting, or reduces the chance of the enemy's next attack hitting you. Pressing focus also uses one action. Okay. Now, try using a combination of focus and attack to take down the Gretchen. Alright, well there's one. Isn't that cute? There's a few Gretchen. That's adorable. Gretchen are Warhammer 40K goblins, if, you only pay attention to fantasy. So anyway, let's, I don't know, attack, I suppose. Missed. Nice. Great. I mean, 56%. Glance. Alright, one more go. And there's a crit. Brilliant. Okay, he missed. Ooh, that was a hit, though. We still got 24 wounds, though. To help you during combat, there are a number of other useful features. Enemy targets. Use these arrows to choose which foe to target. Okay. Move towards your enemy. Ah, that's going to take one action. Yeah, of course it is. You can move closer to engage in close combat. Okay. I mean, he seems to be happy with the chainsword here, even though they're far away. Okay. Withdraw. Increases the distance between you and your foe. Be warned, you cannot keep retreating forever. At some point, you will need to stand and fight. Pressing withdraw also uses one action. Okay. Advance the foe and destroy him. I mean, I can give it a go. Advance. Can I advance again? Maybe? Ah. Oh, I've got a combat knife as well. Seems a bit pointless. Seems a bit pointless, that. But, oh well. Let's attack one. I didn't have it selected. Alright, attack him. There's a glance. Ooh. Now they're attacking me. Jerks. So there is some combat. Finally, remember the following points. Weapon select. Here you can, yeah. Really? Surprise. Here you can choose which weapon you wish to wield. Each weapon displays percentage chance. So here, 10 damage deals. Yeah. Here you can see your current wounds, actions and other stats, of course. And here you can find out more about the enemy you are currently targeting. Oh, up there. Yeah, okay. Cool. Honor meter. Where's that then? That I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing that. Where are you? Is that this bit at the bottom? Maybe? I really don't know. I'm not seeing what it's referring to. The better you perform battle, the more honor you accrue. Get enough and you can unleash a devastating... Oh, this is the honor meter. That's the honor meter in the middle. That makes sense. Okay, now destroy these Gretchens. I can try. Is it Gretchens? I just thought it was Gretchen. It was like Pokemon. I thought the plural was the same as singular, but apparently not. Apparently not, guys. Let's attack them, shall we? So let's see. Yep, better chance to stab. So stab we'll do. And there's a crit. Sweet. Alright, swap over here. So the reason why the controls are so weird like this is because this was a mobile game, first and foremost, I believe. And in fact, I think it used to be portrait as well. So this is stretched out the UI for landscape, but you know, it happens. Whoops. There we go. Ah, it's a miss. It's fine, we'll keep stabbing. Miss again. He missed us though, so say la vie. And let's go again. And there's a crit. The fight is over. Lovely. So we did the thing. Yeah, I think we'll wing it. We'll wing it. Okay, so this is the end of the Cogitators Pugna Simulaire demo. You may now choose your difficulty setting. Oh my. Let's go Starties, I guess. Let's go down the middle. If we fail, who cares? So, boop. I would have quite liked to have gone back there. Can I go back? If I click over here, does it go back? I don't know. I have no idea. Now I feel bad. That's annoying. Never mind. So the Hulk is so vast that the mighty Adeptus Astartes strike cruiser is as a buzzing needlefly to a Grox in comparison. So Hulk, Space Hulks are giant pieces of spaceship and asteroid and other spaceships that all just sort of get smashed together and eventually turn into a big a Hulk. So it could be a bunch of different sort of ships from various battles and things. And tends to fly through the air, well, fly through space, and possibly fly into a planet. And they're usually full of all kinds of nasties. Usually filthy Xenos, which we'll have to kill. So that's probably the vibe here. So, cool. It probably mentioned that in the last screen. You might have read it, I don't know. So, like some errant planetoid, the warp-spawned conglomeration of ancient wrecks and stellar debris, told you, blocks out the starfield for tens of kilometers in every direction. It is an ominous presence drifting through the void at the periphery of the Sargon system, a lurking threat with all the menace of a dead-eyed ocean predator. Rightly was it named Herald of Oblivion by the tallymen of the Ordo Xenos. For who knows what savage orc hordes or gene-stealer broods lie hidden within its labyrinthine depths, waiting for the derelict to come within range of a fecund Imperial star system, or a potential prize world. The shadowy masters of the Ordo Xenos have known of the Hulk's existence, since it was first encountered by a rogue trader fleet within an outlying system in the Segmentum Obscura. But it is only now, not many Earth Standard months shy of 200 years later, that the Herald of Oblivion has been vomited back into the material universe at this time and in this place, thanks to the capricious tides of the warp and the fickle schemes of fate. So it was that the Imperial Fist's strike cruiser Shield of Dorn, the closest Adeptus Astartes vessel within 6 weeks' warp travel of the Sargon system, was dispatched to assess the threat of the Space Hulk posed to the Imperium and act accordingly. Smoke and incense fog the stale air of the chamber as the gaggle of solemnly chanting tech adepts tend to a host of arcane mechanisms under the watchful gaze of Tech Marine Brother Clavis. At a nod from the engine seer manning the controls of the ancient teleportarium, power sword in hand, Sergeant Valarius addresses the Space Marines under his command. Squad Scipio, comes the sergeant's voice through your helmet comm. We have been tasked with cleansing the derelict of any Xenox presence in preparation for the insertion of the Inquisition search teams, and so now let us prepare for teleportation. One by one, the battle brothers of Squad Scipio mount the dais and take their positions within the teleportarium. The first to join Sergeant Valarius is Brother Barathon, carrying the heavy flamer gripped in his hands as casually as if it were nothing more than a las pistol. He is also the bearer of the number of sanctified plasma bombs. After all, none of you really know what you might run into aboard the derelict. Barathon is followed by Brother Kale. The lightning claws he has the honour of taking into battle are treasured relics of your chapter. They cackle with barely contained esoteric energies as he flexes the long blade fingers of the venerated artifacts. Next to take his place is Brother Ordis. I don't know, I like that name. Brother Ordis. Ordis looks cool as well. No, I think it just looks cool in this font. I know, weird reason to like a name, but I like it. He is a temporary addition to the squad, and since he is an apothecary, he does not wear Terminator armor like the rest of you. Instead, he bears the sacred tools of the Apothecarian, all contained within his Narthecium, as well, because it's narcotics, I'm assuming. Narthecium, anyway. Narthecium, as well as a chainsword and bolt pistol. As the most recently inducted member of Squad Scipio, you are the last to mount the teleportarium dais. Sergeant Valarius turns to the Tech Marine marshalling the servitors, and Tech Adepts monitoring the enigmatic machine's many controls. Squad Scipio is ready to teleport, he says, his commanding tones emanating from the external voxcasters in his Terminator armor. Confirmed, Brother Clavis replies, his voice exhibiting emotionless machine-like cadences, while the great servo arm attached to his back twitches nervously. At some unvoiced order that only the Tech Adepts pick up on, Brother Clavis's minions carry out a sequence of well-rehearsed maneuvers at the archaic controls before them. A deep humming sound fills the air, vibrating the teleportarium's plate on which you are standing. The vibration travels up through your osmodular hardened leg bones. Warhammer 40K, guys. Madness. Anyway, settling in the pit of your stomach. At the same time, tendrils of crackling energy crawl over the emitter array above your head. Brother Sergeant! His resonating voice carries over the teleportarium chamber, over the rising hum of the emitter. Room for one more? Epostolari Radimus, Valarius says, acknowledging the new arrival with a deferential bow of his head. You honour us with your presence. Great, we have a character who can't even say the name of. That's fine. I'll just call him Jeff or something. The Librarian is an imposing sight indeed, standing out even amongst the party of Terminators of the chapter's first company, where your tactical dreadnought armor and that of your brethren is the sunfire yellow of molten gold. The primary color of the Librarian's armor is a deep-hued crystalline blue of lapis lazuli. He does not wear a helmet. Instead, his head, with its patrician features, close-cropped white beard and dual-service studs, denoting more than 2 centuries of devoted service to the Imperium, is framed by the ceramite and crystalline lattice structure of a psychic hood. This arcane device helps to focus the Librarian's formidable powers, whilst at the same time protecting its wearers from the attacks of enemy psychers. On his left arm, Radamus bears a storm shield that in turn bears the clenched fist symbol of your chapter. In his right hand he carries a mighty hammer. The Apothecary can channel his devastating psychic powers through the weapon, redoubling its already deadly ability to injure the enemies of the Imperium. "What troubles you, Apothecary?" Valerius asks, unsettled by the Librarian's abrupt appearance. You sense a perturbation. These guys speak nonsense. It's amazing. Who speaks like this? You sense a perturbation in the storm. In the warp? A shadow moves upon the face of the Sea of Souls, something insinuating itself into my subconscious, whispers from the warp. The voices of ghosts and demons, utterances of prophecy and blasphemy both. A prophecy? Valerius almost gasps. About our undertaking? Indeed, Brother Sergeant, something sinister is at work here. What do you mean, Brother Librarian? Apothecary Ordis asks, intrigued rather than anxious. I cannot tell you any more than that, the Apothecary says, his eyes backlit by an eerie luminescence. Only that fate has plans for you. You suddenly feel the Librarian's gaze alight upon you. Kale flexes his lightning claws, simple action heavy with menace. If it is something I can kill, just show me the way, brother. Radamus takes a step towards the Teleportation platform. I wish to accompany you to the derelict. In Dorn's name, you would be most welcome, Sergeant Valerius says, bowing his head once more. Let us hope so, the Apothecary says darkly. As Brother Librarian Radamus joins your party on the beaming plate, Sergeant Valerius raises his power sword in a time-honored martial salute. Primarch Progenitor, he declares, his words echoing from the metal walls of the sanctified chamber. To your glory. You and your battle-hardened answer as one with the traditional response. And the glory to him on earth. Commencing teleportation sequence in the name of the Omnissiah. Sorry, that's also text. Saying it rather flamboyantly. This is a very flamboyant Space Marine, is Brother Clavis. Brother Clavis in tones. Or Clavis. Clavis. Probably Clavis. The rising hum of the arcane device filling the chamber grows in intensity, as does the monotonous chanting of the tech adepts. You feel a strange tingling deep within your bones as the inscrutable machine begins to disassemble your body. Your armor and your implants one at a time, piece by piece, molecule by molecule, atom by atom. A juddering crash suddenly shakes the Teleportarium to its very foundation, and several laminators wink out. What is a laminator? Anyway, the chanting of the tech adepts is replaced by panicked binaric chatter and followed by a subsonic boom. The Teleportarium activates. There we are, I guess. Maybe. Hard to tell. You brace yourself as the ancient mechanisms prepare to hurl you from one discrete physical point in space to another via a precisely focused Geller field. One by one, in quick succession, your battle brothers blink out of existence in a beam of searing white light. Taking a deep breath of suit-recycled air, you close your eyes and wait for the teleport to transport you to the Hulk. There is a second juddering crash, and you are forced to take a stumbling step to stop yourself falling. Even in your massive, heavy suit of Terminator armor, you open your eyes. You are still aboard the Shield of Dawn. The whine of the Geller field generators rises and falls as bursts of eldritch energy crackle across the array above you. What's going on? You start to say before Brother Clavis silences you with an upraised hand. Brother Nabor, remain where you are. The Tech Marine's voice comes to you through your helmet comm. Yet another crash rocks the Teleportarium chamber, dislodging centuries of dust from the curved metal ribs of the craft's hull, forming obscuring clouds all around you. Something is clearly wrong, but what? Oh, we have options. This is gameplay now. There's gameplay, guys. There's gameplay to be done. So, do you want to get clear of the ancient teleportarium device as quickly as possible, or stay, as Brother Clavis commanded? I think we're going to stay, because Brother Clavis seems to know what he's talking about, and I have no idea. Obeying Brother Clavis's command, you wait as unfathomable forces ripple and distort the air around you. Gradually, the epileptic bursts of energy fade from brilliant white to a much calmer blue. Gellerfield stabilizing, announces a sweating tech adept from his place at a control lectern. Finally, the collapsing energy field dissipates altogether, leaving behind nothing but the stink of ozone in the air and an uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach. Unease, yes, but not fear, for the Adeptus Astartes are untroubled by such pathetic emotions. Gellerfield stabilized, confirms the tech adept. By the grace of the Omnisire, the tech marine says. Brother Clavis, what happened? You begin, only to be interrupted by yet another juddering crash. Shipmaster, the tech marine says, speaking to the dust-filled air. Status report. Make it so. The Shield of Dorn is under attack, comes Shipmaster Traber's. Traber? Traber. Shipmaster Traber. Traber. Stressed response over the comm. They came out of nowhere. Who did? Clavis demands. Pirates. Xeno scum. The shipmaster's voice echoes around the vaulted metal chamber. Eldar, the most black-hearted of their inimicable kind. So, assuming Dark Eldar. Just a hunch. A host of other voices come crackling over the comm, sounding like they're echoing to you across space and time. They are the voices of your battle brothers, carrying to you from wherever it is they have been transported to aboard the drifting space hulk. Then suddenly, the comm signal from the hulk cuts out. All available battle brothers. A comm booms through the ship's internal Vox system. Prepare to rebel, boarders. Repel, not rebel. I got the P upside down in my mind box. Anyway, in my cogitator. Not you, Brother Nabor, the tech marine intones, as the teleportarium is bathed in the rippling glow of tamed lightning once again. Power has been restored, the device is ready to fire. There is barely time to give utterance to your chapter's motto before, with a burst of actinic light and a roar like a death cry of stars, the teleport tears a tunnel through space-time and hurls you through it. I'm assuming we would have had to repel the borders if we decided to leave the the old whatchamajigger, the teleportarium plate. But no, we stayed put. So over to the Hulk. I hope our boys make it. Wheels of Fate. I don't know what this is. Oh, I gotta click them all. Ooh. Huh? What happened? Your vision blurs. For the briefest nanosecond, it feels as if you're occupying two places in time and space as untrammeled forces, the like of which would kill a lesser being, assault your gen-hanced physiology. Gen-hanced. That's clever. That's clever. Anyway, the searing light of the teleport abruptly vanishes and you find yourself in darkness, your eyes and the techno-senses of your tactical dreadnought armor taking precious seconds to compensate. Suddenly your senses are assaulted by the clatter of chitin on the metal deck plates when a sibilant hissing as bone white and entrails purple shapes emerge from the murk. The HUD of your suit revealing them in infrared as hot yellow blurs running towards you. Years of training and psycho-conditioning that long ago became instinct allow you to react without the need to resort to conscious thought. But which weapon will you use to defend yourself against the sudden, slavering attack? Lash out with my power fist in my left hand, or bring my stormbolter to bear? So the problem here is that it said that we're doing this without thought, yet we're still taking the time to make the decision. But I'm glad that it does, or else this wouldn't be a very interactive story. So, I mean, is that close? I think probably crush one with my left hand. Am I ambidextrous? I don't know. So, your power fist connects with something hard and bony. Probably a bone. That's what I'm guessing. You grab hold and feel whatever it is you have captured writhing and kicking to free itself as you hold it at arm's length. You close the huge servo-assisted fingers of the augmetic hand and hear bone snap as you crush the neck of the gene stealer you have in your clutches. Tyranids. Who would have guessed? So, as you drop the twitching carcass, the rest of the brood launch themselves at you. Each of the creatures is roughly human-sized, but possessed of 6 cruelly clawed limbs, incredible speed, strength, and durability. You're facing off against 2 gene stealers. Hello. Hello. Ooh, okay. Slightly better chances here. How close am I? I wonder. I do like the power fist, I've got to say. I think I'm going to power fist them. I can't advance or retreat, so yeah, this is my best bet. Ah. Alright, come on. Ooh, there's a crit. And he survived. Oh my word, he's got a lot of wounds, doesn't he? Alright. Ooh. There's a glance. Okay, he glanced. No biggie, he missed. We're good, we're good. Alright, let's crush this bad boy. Yeah, just wanted to check, see if that changed. That's a hit. And he's dead. Excellent. Next one. I think I might focus, actually. And, ooh, much better. Much better chance to tap. More wounds, too. Maybe I should have focused earlier. I guess if we're fighting a lot, maybe I should focus. Although I guess the argument is, if I focus a lot, then they suddenly get a bunch of attacks, and maybe I could have killed one the first turn. So I guess that's the trade-off I'm making. There's a miss. Oof, glanced me. It's on 40 wounds, so it's okay. It seems our armor negated it. Okay, so focus. And then we can attack. Oh, it's only the next attack that you get a bonus for. Pretty better just to attack a bunch of times then, huh? There we go. Oh well. That'll do. The fight is over. Your power fist connects with something hard and bony. We've been through that. Okay. Victory then. The gene stealers are dead. Their alien viscera and their stinking ichor that passes for blood among their kind plasters the walls, floor, and ceiling of the chamber. The space is little more than the widening of a corridor, and, judging by its construction, it is likely that it was once part of some Imperial vessel or other. Assessing the Auspex built into your tactical dreadnought armor, you take a moment to sweep the local area, making sure that a host of the aliens isn't about to descend on you from the ventilator ducts above your head or burst from the maintenance channels under the floor. When the Auspex reads clean, you consider your next move. The rest of your squad, Scipio, is somewhere on board the derelict, but at present you have no idea where. Something is blocking your Auspex signal from reading anything more than 30 meters away. This could be down to something as innocuous as radiation shielding, or, alternatively, something altogether more sinister, such as a Xenos-created dampening field. Aside from your fellow Imperial fists, there are also gene stealers on board. While the brood mind is still active, the Xenos still pose a serious threat. But if you are able to eliminate their brood lord, you could neutralize that threat. So, which is it to be? Hunt down the gene stealer's brood lord, or start searching for our battle brothers? That seems like a weird decision, because we can't see anything. We have no idea what direction anything is in. So, it seems unusual. I think searching for our battle brothers is a better idea, because, yeah, the gene stealers can be a threat regardless, right? Sure, we can kill the brood lord, but I'd rather do that with company. So, I think we need to find our battle brothers. Because, yeah, Terminator armor, if Space Hulk games are anything to go by, they're a bit crap at turning around. So, you really want someone covering your back. Anyway, I'll start searching for my battle brothers. Assuming that the gene stealers were patrolling away from the direction of their nest, you head in the opposite direction. Okay, so I guess there is some information to go by. Monitoring the feed from your helm Auspex as you go. However, the mission you were tasked with before boarding the Herald of Oblivion was to cleanse the derelict. Allowing the gene stealer hive and his broodlord to survive is a gross dereliction of your duty, and the vows you swore all those years ago, when you were first admitted to the Imperial Fist chapter. You lose one purity. Well, darn. Return to teleportation location. Returning to the place where you arrived after being teleported aboard the conglomeration of warp-lost vessels and asteroids that form the Herald of Oblivion, you scan again for your battle brother's life signals. The Auspex comes back negative. Either they didn't teleport to the same location as you, or they have since set off on their mission, believing you to have been lost when the teleportarium malfunctioned. Accessing your helm comm, you try to contact the Shield of Dorn, but all you hear in return is a hiss of static and the sound of distant explosions before it cuts out altogether. Something's blocking the signal. For the time being, at least, you're on your own. It seems likely that there is something about the construction of the vessel you're currently in that is preventing your Auspex from completing long-range scans. Perhaps a leaking fusion reactor or a radioactive mineral deposit in an asteroid bound to the craft somewhere nearby. You are able, however, to accomplish a three-dimensional scan of the internals of the rogue trader vessel you are currently in, which in turn enables you to locate a way out. Half an hour later, you emerge from the rogue trader vessel through what was once an airlock into an echoing pitch-black space. Activating your suit's searchlight, its beam pierces the gloom to reveal that you are standing inside what appears to be a vast rocky cavern. Suddenly, a designated marker tag flashes into being on the HUD, accompanied by a chiming alert. It only takes the Auspex's machine spirit a moment to flag it as being that of Apothecary Ortis. Your Auspex currently isn't picking up any life signs for any other members of Squad Scipio, but they might just be out of range. You try your helm comm and hear nothing but static. According to Auspex, Brother Ortis cannot be more than 100 meters away from your current position, but you don't know what obstacles you might have to cross to reach him. You could of course attempt to boost the gain on your Auspex in order to carry out a more thorough survey of the area. Last time we decided to be cautious. We got punished for that. We became less pure, which is unusual, but sure, why the heck not? So I think maybe we just dive in. You know, let's give it a go. So, follow the signal I've picked up already without further delay. We found him, I think, probably. I got an achievement out of it, so seems about right. Also, inventory. I didn't know we had inventory. Isn't that nice? Aw. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? We have healing items too. We could heal. Ooh. Knowledge. I know the clandestine code. Good. Good. I'm glad. And we have 200 bolter rounds. Fancy. Yeah, look at that. There's our purity. 9. Honor. 33%. So there's Brother Nabor. Lovely. Oh, a nice chap. There we go. And options. What's in here then? Sound effects and font style. Fancy. Huh. That's nice, isn't it? Is that, yeah, actually, okay. It pushes onto other pages. Kind of like that. You know, fancy is a bit small for you guys, I think. Although I could change the font size as well. Yeah, I want you guys to be able to read it, you know, along with me if you're on your phone. Except the bit here, where I am, because I'm in the way, obviously. That, you'll just have to take my word for it. You know, as soon as I get there, I'm just going to start saying all kinds of nonsense. It's going to be great. But yeah, I might just stick on serif. It's easy to read, frankly. Although fancy is fancy. Anyway, enough of that. The route you take to find the Apothecary leads you across the cavernous heart of the trapped asteroid to a point where the blunt nose of another vessel has burst through the silicate rock wall. The impact must have occurred hundreds, if not thousands, of years ago, and resulted in the hull of the craft being breached as well. Entering this vessel, you home in on a signal from your Auspex, following the HUD display to the marker tag. It is then, as your illuminator beam falls on the solid adamantium bulkhead ahead of you, that you see Brother Ortis for the first time. Brother, thank God the Primarch has found me in time, he gasps. He is clearly in a great deal of pain, but then that's hardly surprising, seeing as how he appears to have been teleported into the very fabric of the bulkhead itself and become fused half in and half out of the structure. Ouch! Carefully, you break the seal on his helmet and remove it. Ortis' expression is one of barely suppressed agony. Brother, you begin, not really knowing what to say. There is nothing you can do for me, Ortis says, as if reading your mind. I am dying, but first I must pass my sacred duty on to you, in case you find any more of our brethren in a similar situation to mine. Clearly the Dark Eldar attack at the Shield of Dorn at such a vital moment in the teleportarium sequence resulted in a catastrophic failure. You wonder how many more are like Brother Ortis or lost forever, their component atoms scattered within the freezing depths of the void. Take my Narthesium, the Apothecary says, indicating the archaic instrument attached to his arm, that is mercifully free of the bulkhead. With a downward glance, at Ortis' behest, you release the maglock securing the Narthesium. It's a weird word to say. Narthesium in place and attach it to your own arm. There are unguents and medicamentum, equivalent to 5 medikits worth. Each time you use a medikit, you restore your wound score to its starting total. As you do this, Ordis intones the Apothecary's creed between agonized gasps. It is the sacred oath sworn by all those who submit themselves for training by the Apothecarium. He that may fight, heal him. He that may fight no more, give him peace. He that is dead, take him from the chapter's due. While his gene seed returns to the chapter, a space marine cannot die. He breaks off, choking on his own blood as the body shuts down. Without death, pain loses its relevance. Alright then. Funny bunch. Ordis then proceeds to tell you the clandestine code that activates the reductor built into the Narthesium, so that you might remove his own progenoid glands that he might yet serve. The chapter still... I don't want to remove his glands, he can keep his glands, guys. Ugh. Anyway, Brother Apothecary Ordis has passed his sacred duty onto you, that you may tend to the injured and recover the gene seed of the dead as you continue your search for the rest of Squad Scipio. Now, brother, he says with his dying breath, do what must be done. With that, his chin drops onto his chest, and he says nothing more. Enter the clandestine code. Alright then, that's very fancy. Well, okay. Can I scroll back? Oh, okay, I did go back. That's what that was. Go on, there we go. Cool. So yeah, click that way, goes that way, click that way, goes that way. That's fine. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I figured that out now. I didn't want to test it and then skip a page. Although I could have probably just read everything and then tested it, huh? Anyway. Let's enter the clandestine code. Entering the code, you successfully activate the reductor. Without a moment's hesitation, you plunge its whirring drill bit into Ordis' neck. Feeling the clamp teeth bite down on the tough organ, you pull it free. Fortunately, you are also able to remove the second progenoid located within the Apothecary's chest. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Gaining purity always makes me sleepy, apparently. Secure both glands in one of the sanctified stasis chambers inside the Narthesium. Okay. I guess these glands contain the gene seed that is needed to create more Space Marines or something. I don't know the details. Anyway, there is nothing more you can do for Brother Ordis, and so are forced to leave his body locked within the very fabric of the bulkhead. However, you are able to retrieve 3 clips of bolter rounds that are in the Apothecary's possession. Each clip has 20 shots. However, as you progress further through the bulk cargo hauler, following the only viable path open to you, your helm Auspex begins to bleep and chirrup with activity. Overlaying the information it is picking up on your helmet's HUD, a wireframe 3D scan of the Hulk appears first. On top of this, then appear the target markers indicating your battle brother's life signs. A feeling of relief washes through you as you see that the rest of the boarding party are still alive, although they appear to have somehow been scattered throughout the Hulk, all except for one. Your Auspex has failed to pick up Sergeant Valerius' signal. Based on the primary scan downloaded into your Auspex while you are still on board the Shield of Dorn, and from the information your Auspex has picked up since, including the locator signals relayed from your battle brother suits, you know which direction you need to travel in to track each of them down. However, you have no idea what sort of environment you will find there, or what secrets those areas of the Herald of Oblivion are hiding. Fancy. So guys, I think I'm going to end it here. It's fun for an episode 1, and yeah, we'll keep doing this until we die, probably. Yeah, you might finish the story. I don't know. Because I haven't done this before. Don't know how long it is. Or how difficult it is, or anything. But clearly we can fail, or else difficulty levels would be pointless, right? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So guys, this is quite fun. I'm quite enjoying this. And it's something a bit different, isn't it? Something a bit different. And sure, you guys could pick up this game pretty cheap, probably. But, you know, who has the time for reading? Who could be bothered? Nah, just listen to me do it in the bath. Brilliant. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.